folks, it's Greg again, down here in the vault of comics, and we're going to get to another box today. And of course, here's Hazel. Hey Hazel, going to help me unpack a box? Yes you are, you little girlie. So let's get to it. So this box is different. It's more of a grouping box that I found, and we'll start with Creatures on the Loose, from 1 to 13 or so. It was your reprints of the 50s Marvel monsters such as Krogar, and then they got into Gulliver Jones, the Warrior of Mars, no doubt a Gil Kane creation. This is when Kane was doing the art in a box on all of the Marvel 70s covers. He was doing the artwork for it. Guy just has a tremendous output. I mean, unreal. Another Gil Kane cover. And then for some reason, they stuck Steranko in there and made him do a cover. I guess he wanted to do it. I'm not sure how that went. We have Thongor. He ran in Creatures on the Loose for a while. Kind of a King Cole copy or ripoff. 24, 28. Then in Creatures on the Loose, they gave the Man-Wolf a run, and I remember as a kid just reading those over and over. I enjoyed it so much, but I think that was the last we seen of Man-Wolf. He might have showed up in Marvel Spotlight or Premiere later on down the road. There's a couple of some DC sci-fi from Beyond the Unknown. I believe these were reprints too of their earlier sci-fi outings. Here's the first issue of that, the Fantastic Turtle Men from Space. That's no turtle, it's a vulture, Daddy. Cartoon here. I don't know why it's in there, but it's an early life with Archie. And Adventures of Jerry Lewis, which had the Universal Monsters. I guess it was that 50s, early 60s times when Creature Feature was showing the Universal Monster packages, and DC got on the bandwagon with that. And so here's a run of Our Love Story. Just look at the artwork, the Romita covers. God, he drew a beautiful woman. Look at this. I mean, it's amazing. They're just gorgeous. And looking through them, they would reprint stories. Maybe every 4th issue you get a reprint of the same story in one of these. I guess they didn't think girls would buy them in sequential order and read them every month. But just fantastic covers. This looks like a Buscema cover. Doesn't look like a Romita cover. And this is Our Love Story. Ooh. As a matter of fact, I think here's a good example. If we go back a little bit. Yep. So you could see how Marvel recycled a lot of the love story stuff. How do I make him love me? It's easy to do, baby, believe me. It's a body like that. Alright, so there's the My Love run. And here's Dell's Ghost Stories. This is the first issue. The difference between Dell's horror stories and like Marvel's horror stories is where Marvel had an ironic twist, Dell was just, believe it or not, or reality, can you say it didn't happen? Here's Fear number 1. And these were all just reprints. Here's a great Kirby cover. Just reprints of their 50s and early 60s Strange Tales and Tales to Astonish. A little Ditko here. I always thought this was a great Kirby cover. I Am the Gorilla Man. Possibly got that story from Boris Karloff or a Lugosi movie. And here's where they turn into 20 cents instead of the big jumbo quarter books. And here is the Man-Thing. He took over the book. He had a little run. Now, these are not Gil Kane covers at the time. So that surprises me. If you ever saw the Man-Thing movie, don't waste 90 minutes of your life, believe me. And then after the Man-Thing, they started with Morbius and ran him for a while. I believe the art then was Frank Robbins. That's who was doing the art in that book. And here's a run of Fantastic Four. It's the first appearance of Black Panther. Thank you, Hazel, for that noise. Ronan the Accuser. What Lurks Behind the Beehive. I believe it was Adam Strange was behind that beehive. Here's the way it began. And then here we go into Doctor Strange. Some Doctor Strange I found in this box. Dan Atkins cover. The guy should have got more work, definitely. Some Gene Colan right there. More Gene Colan. Talk about a master of art. Okay. I do believe Gene Colan was going blind towards the end of his life. I had seen him at a convention, and he was still doing sketches, though. Got to give the man that. It's Eternity. So Doctor Strange decided he had to wear a mask. And then in the 70s, they gave him his own book. Frank Bruna did the artwork on that. 3 copies of that. Never Enough Doctor Strange #1. Here's where Marvel had the Doc Savage franchise. And they weren't bad books. They were a lot better than when DC had the franchise, that's for sure. Alright, here is the first Daredevil annual. It's reprints. It says all new, not a single reprint. I guess it wasn't a reprint. I stand corrected. Trap is Sprung. Mayhem. The Jester, Marvel Answers to the Joker, kind of. And then Brother Take My Hand with another blind man. Just incredible Gene Colan work. If you look through those books, incredible. Here's a run of Tales to Astonish. Ant-Man and the Hulk. And when I was 11 or 12, going back 50 years ago maybe, 45 years ago, I used to go to a little shop in Jersey City. It would only open on Saturdays. And I would say to him, I want to see the dollar pile. And he would pull out these Tales to Astonish here. Tales of Suspense, Strange Tales, and they were $1 each. And I would pick them out, and I'd have most of them. And if I had any extra money, I would say, I want to see the $3 bag you got. And he had this brown bag that had like early X-Men, #3, #4, the Avengers, #6, #7. And I would buy one of them with some allowance money. Then we go into Tales of Suspense. probably one of the greatest Kirby Captain America stories, with the Sleeper's Awakening. So here is the first appearance of Whiplash in Tales of Suspense. And this is what he should have looked like, not the crappy Mickey Rourke portrayal in the Iron Man movie. What they should have done was given him Titanium Man to fight. Now that would have been a good movie. Here we have some Kirby, the Melter, Jim Cohen cover, another great Kirby cover. Finish off with Jim Cohen. Now, out of my entire collection, I've only got 4 books slabbed, okay, and graded, because I hate grading, I hate slabbing. I think it was the worst thing that happened to comics. It inflated these prices horribly, and it's like being married to a beautiful woman. I can look at her, but I can't touch her. What good is that? So I'm against it, but I know everybody out there is a fan because, oh my God, I get it graded, my price is quadrupled. Well, good for you. I'd rather touch my books and look through them and cherish them that way. So anyway, here are the 4 books that I got graded because I was at the Baltimore convention one year, possibly the best convention there is. A lot of comics and not all the toys and action figures that usually are at these things. And here are the 4 books that I got graded. First off is Walking Dead. It got a 9.6. Number 1. Second is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in Batman Adventures. That got a 9.2. First appearance of Thanos. It's a 9.0. And the Avengers, the new lineup, got an 8.0. And those are the only 4 books out of this whole collection I've ever got graded. I thought I'd end this episode with a Superman hardcover that I had purchased. It's from 1942. And it's missing the dust jacket, because I had seen this with the dust jacket. It was in LA and in a bookstore, and they wanted $500 for it. And my wife was going to buy it for me, but I told her no, it was too much money. And Hazel, please, the people want to hear this. And so here it is. I got it a lot cheaper. I think it was under $50. And it was written by George Lothar, who I guess we never heard from again, but it was illustrated by Joe Shuster. And look at this cover here. Jor-El placed his infant son into the model of the spaceship. That is a great artwork. And there are people who said he couldn't draw. Hey, go get your head examined. So it's from 42. You had a page of contents, and then you also had the pages the illustrations were on. And I bookmarked some of them. And here we have the anvil in his hand was like a feather. And there was a couple of color plates in here too. Look, the spaceship leaving Krypton exploding. It's just beautiful. Here is an undersea shot. Look at that. You tell me Schuster couldn't draw? Come on, man. Leering down at Kent were skeleton faces of a skeleton crew. Another color shot. Exceptional. Superman forced his shoulders between the twin propellers. Awesome. And then this beautiful color shot. Look at that. Just awesome. So like I said, no dust cover, but just a phenomenal book, really. That's it for this week. Hazel's ringing the bell. She wants to go outside, so I'm going to let her out. I hope you enjoyed viewing the books and seeing the Superman book. Drop me a line. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to see. Maybe I got it. See you next time. Take care.